Here in my garage where I run my own business at 24 years old, and I'm going to show you how I do it. So in California, there's a law, it's like AB 22 under the Contractors Association, where basically you can do up to $1,000 per job for handyman work. So I operate under that. I just want to start with these. These are my pegboards. I'm really proud of how these came together. Shout out to James for helping me put these guys together. This really helps me stay organized in terms of tools that I use a lot, but not necessarily every day, and just want to have access to them. Just caulk guns, sockets, everything that I could use on a consistent basis, but I don't need to keep in a box per se. I really like staying organized because it really helps you look professional. At the end of the day, business is more about character and value than it is just about making money. And I really think that staying organized can just help you get more jobs, get jobs done quicker, get you 2 jobs on time. And so I think it's really essential to have something like this to help you stay organized in that way. Okay, next thing I like to talk about are my crates. My crates actually break down in case I'm not using them. So you can find these and they are great. I really think that this is a lot more professional than just having stuff randomly thrown around. I keep wire in one of these guys. It's a little bit more heavy, but I don't need to keep everything with me. This kind of stays in the truck and out of the truck, and also have a little dolly to help me carry all of these guys. Beyond pack out, this is something that's really worth investing in, just because if you need to bring a lot of different types of material like covers, outlets, boxes, you can keep it all in one place, and it's really easy to bring to and from somewhere when you have something like this, as opposed to bags or totes or anything like that. So as much as I'd love to give a full tour of my tools, I just don't think that this video would be very short if I did that. I do use stackable toolboxes. I feel like it's really essential to keep yourself, like I said, organized, but also mobile. You want stuff that makes sense for what you do. I move in and out of the truck. Sometimes I move in and out of job sites. So this works for both. I don't necessarily need to keep a toolbox on site. Don't keep a toolbox in my truck either, because I personally live in apartments and I just don't think it's a good idea if I don't garage my car to keep my tools in it. Something I've seen here a couple times where people get their cars broken into. This is my livelihood. I protect it in a garage for a reason. If I lose all this stuff, I'm SOL. I don't have insurance on this. I just have to be smart about it. So stackable toolboxes, if you don't really know about them, a lot of them have interlocking systems. If you need to, you can obviously interlock stuff. All of my stuff is very mobile in the sense that I can take it out if I just need a certain piece of it. You take that inside, and I keep all sorts of material in these guys. This one specifically is my residential one. Wire nuts, I keep some Wagos in here, some zip ties for keeping wire organized, non-metallic connectors, 3/4, and then I also keep some staples in here in case I need to staple down some Romex. I really like stackable stuff that interlocks, because when I'm rolling around in my truck, it really helps me, and my customers also love this stuff. I think it really helps me look professional when I show up with professional grade toolboxes. Keep a lot of miscellaneous stuff here, extra bags of material. I'll load up specifically all the material for that job within a tote or a bucket. That's just how I organize. I don't have, the money to have like a staging area or anything, and also don't really have the space for that. $2, $3 buckets, if you're just doing a couple boxes, that will get you by. Just to show you an example, this is a customer that I have that he wants to add an outdoor light. So I'll keep the light bulbs in there. I'll keep the housing in there. I'll keep the fixture box in there. And then he wanted a couple boxes in the garage. So those boxes are for that. The outlets, everything I need for that job is within one place. And if I was just doing a couple things, I'd just throw it in one of these 5-gallon buckets. Right now, these are totally thrashed because I just crawled under a house not too long ago. Overall, if you're planning on getting really dirty in one day, then just throw them on. Getting yourself dirty, in and out of the truck, you don't want to be absolutely filthy or filth up your truck. So highly recommend investing in a nice pair that's comfortable and durable. So I want to talk about my ladder. I like ladders that can be used for multiple things. So this specific ladder It is as you can see, it's an A-frame ladder, but it also folds completely into an extension ladder if I need it to. So if I need to go up on a roof, I can use this guy as well. Gets me up on a first story level. This one specifically has different modes on the top in case I need to get into a corner or if I need to get onto a flat surface. So last thing I want to talk about is the home office. I use mostly online programs. I don't really use softwares. The stuff that I run, you could probably run off a Chromebook. Yeah, I have a PC, but I honestly have been thinking about investing in something like a Mac because probably better for video editing, sending out invoices to customers on the go. Really would like to get something more mobile than a PC. So I think that will probably be an investment within the near future. This is really just where I run a lot of my quotes. I'm able to reach out customers, do ads through Facebook, Nextdoor, even on Instagram. You know, your work can really come from anywheres. And I don't really have a lot of ad spend right now, but I've gotten a decent amount of work to where I'm able to do this on the weekends. So word of mouth works fine for me. If you're getting started, you don't need to spend too much on marketing unless you're getting like absolutely zero customers. I also think that having a brand is important. We'll get into that in a later video. So yeah, this is home office space, and we're gonna shoot back to the garage. I really love the work that I do, and I really feel like I bring good value to my customers. And every time I do work and I look back at it, my customers are happy and so am I. So if you really like seeing young guys get started, you should follow me right now because things are only gonna get bigger from here. If you wanna watch me unload all my tools, I'd love to do it. I take a lot of pride in my tools. You know, I invest in good stuff. So if that's something you'd consider watching, please leave a comment below. Let me know if you'd be interested in that. I got plenty of them to show off, so we can spend some time on that one too. Thanks for watching and subscribe.